Hi everyone, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer. Looking for the perfect case for your brand new iPhone 14 Pro Max? Well, I have some interesting cases to share with you today. We've got the Apple Leather case. This one is MagSafe and should be reasonably protective for your iPhone. We've got the PITAKA MagEZ Case Pro 3. This one is Aramid Fiber. Probably is going to be a bit more protective than the Apple Leather case. And of course, it's also MagSafe. And then we have the CASETiFY Impact case. This comes in MagSafe and non-MagSafe versions. You've got tons of graphics to choose from as well as custom text. And it's probably the most protective of the bunch. Let's take a closer look at these cases on my iPhone 14 Pro Max in silver. Looking first at the Apple Leather case, this is obviously a classic. Has a very nice feel to it. This is a genuine leather. You've got metallic buttons on here, a covered bottom. Apple used to have an open bottom on its cases, but now it has a closed bottom, so I think that's a lot more protective. Overall, this case is quite lightweight, has a pleasant feel in the hand, and if you like showing off the Apple logo, your genuine Apple case is the only one that's going to have that. Looking on the interior, we have a soft microfiber lining, and of course this case is MagSafe because, well, it's an Apple case. So putting your phone in here is very easy. Just start on the one side and then clip on your other corners. Once on, we've got a good fit on here. We don't have any sagging anywhere. Everything feels quite good. However, you can see the metal rim of the phone on here. So that bothers some people and it doesn't bother other people. The fact that that is actually visible means that you shouldn't have trouble with most screen protectors because this is not encroaching upon the screen of your phone. But just be aware, if you're the kind of person that gets nervous about that the Apple cases definitely do have this kind of fit. So as far as lip is concerned, I have a tempered glass screen protector on here. It's edge to edge, and it is taking up a significant amount of the lip that this case is going to give you. You still do have a lip on here, but if you didn't have this tempered glass screen protector on here, you'd have a lot more lip. This one is edge to edge and it's made by CASETiFY. It's blue light blocking and has Defensify. It's quite a nice screen protector, although I will say it does not come with an installer, which is unfortunate because I'm lazy and I really like screen protectors that come with installers, but it's really not too hard to put on. So looking down here at our port openings, these are asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design. You would expect nothing less from Apple. Going up the sides, you have a nice amount of grip on here, the kind of grip you have with leather. Leather typically just gets better and better over time as far as grip is concerned. I don't find leather cases to be slippery. Looking at our buttons, these are nice and responsive. These are a metallic button. They look really great. I think overall there is nothing to complain about as far as your buttons are concerned. Your mute switch area is really quite small. I think people who have large fingers may find it difficult to operate the mute switch, but it's not very deep in here, so that should help. But overall, not very easy if you have big fingertips and no nails. Looking at our view from the top, again, nice fit here with this CASETiFY Screen Protector. You are able to see that silver rim that goes around the edges here, so that may or may not be a problem for you. The fact that Apple designs its cases to have this fit, however, probably means that Apple doesn't think it's a problem, so it's just a matter of personal preference. And again, we would have more protective lip around the screen if I didn't have this CASETiFY edge-to-edge screen protector on here. Going over here to our side button, again, metallic, very responsive. Everything is excellent there. Looking at the back of the case, you got your Apple logo. Everything looks lovely here. The material has a pleasant feel to it. So it certainly is possible that if you use MagSafe charging with this case, that eventually you're going to get a MagSafe ring on here. That has been a known issue for a long time. So that bothers some people and it doesn't bother other people. Of course, you also have to be just a little bit careful with leather, otherwise it's going to get scratched up. But then again, some people like that look. It shows that it's real leather and it gives kind of a vintage, rugged look. This is the kind of leather that's going to form a patina over time. overall, I think everything really looks good. So as far as the amount of protection you have for your rear camera, we have a raised rim here, and I think you have quite a decent amount of protection for your camera lenses. I don't think you're going to run into a problem there. And as far as wireless charging is concerned, this case is going to support regular Qi wireless charging as well as MagSafe charging because, of course, it's an Apple case. So you're not going to have any issue with using your MagSafe charger. And overall, in terms of your magnetic strength, it's kind of medium. It's not the strongest connection that I've come across, but works well. And of course, you do have that fun noise that it makes. And you get that cool circle as well. So overall, I think everything works just about the same as you'd expect. So how protective this case is not all that clear. So Apple does not publish any kind of drop height on this. They don't say that it's going to be mil-spec or military grade or anything like that. They do say that it's protective, and I think it is protective. Exactly how protective it is, not really sure. But I think that it's a good, solid option for your iPhone, and of course it does have a very slim profile and that cool Apple look. And of course I think it looks great with a silver iPhone. This is the ink color, by the way, for those of you that are curious. Really nice combination having the ink with the silver iPhone. Just a lovely case on the phone. Removing this from your phone, super easy. Just push off the one corner, go down to the bottom, push off that corner, and slide out your phone. Moving on to CASETiFY's Impact Case, I would say that this is the most protective of the three cases we're going to be looking at today. It's also made from a significant amount of recycled content, which is great. It's made from 65% recycled content, including recycled phone cases that CASETiFY collects as a part of its ReCASETiFY program. This is MagSafe, but you also have the option of choosing a non-MagSafe version for $10 less. So if MagSafe is not a priority with you, you don't have to go for it. We have a raised rim around the camera. Again, do have that MagSafe, and this case is going to provide 8.2 feet of drop protection. So they've upped their drop protection this year. So it used to be that the CASETiFY Impact cases gave you 6.6 feet of drop protection. Now we've gone up to 8.2 because they now have something called EcoShock lining their cases. So the line of EcoShock on here is actually wider than the line of Qitech 2.0 that they used to have lining their cases. So I don't know if that has something to do with it or not. It also has this new twister design, which is also supposedly helping it become more protective. And also this material has a significant amount of recycled and plant-based material in it as well. So overall, I think that this is a very nice, very eco-conscious choice. It's also a relatively rigid case. This looks like a soft gummy case, but it's absolutely not. We've got a hard polycarbonate back, and then the sides are made of a TPU. So lots of different color options also with these cases. You can have graphics cases, you can have custom text cases. There's a lot to choose from with CASETiFY. So putting your phone in here. This is a tighter fitting case than some of the ones we've been looking at, but it's not too terribly tight. So put on the left-hand side, then clip on your right-hand corners. Looking at the fit of this case on the phone, we've got quite a tight fit overall. There's a little bit of give over your buttons and your port openings, but really quite slight. Overall, I think that this has an excellent, nice, tight fit. As far as the amount of lip is concerned, we have more lip than on the Apple case we were just looking at. But of course, I still have that screen protector on here, and in fact, we have an all CASETiFY thing here. So we got the CASETiFY edge-to-edge screen protector and the CASETiFY Impact case. I think overall, this should give you quite a lot of protection. I think everything looks good here. So looking down here at our port openings, we've got asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, so everything is great there. You should also be able to fit many third-party lightning cables here, although of course this case does support both regular Qi wireless charging as well as MagSafe charging, so you might find you're using that functionality less than you otherwise would. Going up the sides, this TPU gives you a nice amount of grip. I think that this case feels quite secure in the hand. Still going to slide easily in and out of pockets and handbags, however. Then going up here to our buttons, we have a slit button design, so it's always certainly possible that some dust or dirt could get in here, but this does make the buttons quite responsive. That and the fact that they are TPU definitely helps with the responsiveness. I think that the buttons are really nice, but if you're worried about dust or dirt getting in there, just be aware that you do have those slits. Access to your mute switch is a lot easier than on the Apple case. You have a much bigger opening here. I think most people should have no issue there. And then looking at the view from the top, we've got a great fit here with this edge-to-edge screen protector by CASETiFY. So even with this, you still have protective lip, but if we did not have that on there, you would have quite a bit more protective lip. And then going over here to our side button, nice and responsive. Again, we have the same slit button design. And then we have a notice down here about the fact that this case is made from recycled phone cases. Looking at the back of the case, we've got a really great print on here. This is one of the vast number of prints available in CASETiFY's graphics library. There's just tons of things to choose from. You can also go for a custom text case as well. You're not limited to one of these graphics, or you could simply go with a plain case if you want as well. There's just tons of custom options available with CASETiFY. So most of CASETiFY's cases will have a clear back or one that is in a translucent color. In this particular situation, you have a graphic which is taking up the entire back of the case. So you can't see the MagSafe ring here, and you can't see the color of your phone. However, this type of design is probably the most fingerprint and scratch resistant of CASETiFY's cases, so I think that there's a lot to be said for that. As far as fingerprints and scratches are concerned, I think CASETiFY's cases actually do quite well because you have a small ridge here on the bottom and on the top, and that tends to hold the case very slightly raised above a flat surface, or hold the majority of the case very slightly raised above a flat surface. It works together also with this camera rim, and so as a result, your day-to-day scratching opportunities are less, so I think that is a really good design. As far as protection for your rear camera is concerned, we have a raised rim around the camera. This is going to give you a decent amount of protection for your rear camera. It's not a terribly high rim, but it's absolutely high enough to give you lay on the table protection. As long as you put this on a flat surface, you should be in good shape. Overall, I think it's quite a nice case. It's not as slim as the Apple case. This is going to be a thicker option, but it's going to be significantly more protective. So if you hold it up here with the Apple case, you can see that this is thicker, also a little bit taller and a little bit wider, but it just depends upon what your priorities are, what you're looking for in a phone case. As far as wireless charging is concerned, this is going to work perfectly with regular Qi wireless chargers, and being a MagSafe case, this is going to work perfectly with Apple's MagSafe charger as well. Magnetic strength is basically the same as Apple's case. You have a perfectly strong magnet there. You're also going to be able to use this with other MagSafe accessories such as MagSafe power banks. Love this one here by Anker. Comes with a little stand, one of my favorites. And then, of course, you're going to be able to use this with Apple's MagSafe wallet as well. Removing this case from your phone is slightly tighter than with some cases, but really not bad. Just start up in your top right-hand corner, press that off, go down to the bottom, press off your bottom right corner, and then slide out your phone. Just to give you a look at some of the other cool graphics options in CASETiFY's cases. So we got exactly the same case design, same fit, etc. We just have a different graphic on the back. Love this print design here. So this one here is something called Acid Smiles, and it gives you a completely different look. This particular one is not MagSafe, but it certainly could be purchased as MagSafe. They just sent me out a non-MagSafe version. MagSafe is $10 more, but if you're into MagSafe, I think it's totally worth it. And obviously, just a really cute look here. CASETiFY has so many different choices. And then just one more here. Completely changes the look of the phone. Again, it looks fantastic with a silver iPhone because everything looks fantastic with a silver iPhone. It's like a retro vending machine design. There's really just something for everybody with these different prints by CASETiFY. So many cute options. And again, it's also possible to get something with custom text. This custom text one is actually a different case, so I'm not going to look at this any further. This one is the Ultra Impact case, which is even more protective. But obviously you can get the custom text in the regular Impact case as well. Lots of great options here from CASETiFY. Finally, looking at the PITAKA MagEZ Case Pro 3. This one is made from Aramid Fiber. So for those of you that are not familiar with Aramid Fiber, it's basically generic Kevlar, so really strong, really light, really a great material for phone cases. So they've combined this Aramid Fiber here in this case with TPU. You can see here how they pretty seamlessly merge the Aramid Fiber on the back with the TPU on the sides. And then on the interior, you've got a microfiber lining and obviously a MagSafe ring. This has a little bit of flex to it, but it's relatively rigid. Overall, it's really quite a nice case. Size-wise, it's very similar to Apple's case. It's going to be a tiny bit taller and a bit wider, but not a significant amount, just a little bit. And it's just about the same thickness. This case is going to offer military standard drop protection, however, so I think it's going to be more protective than Apple's case. So putting your phone in here, quite easy. Just put in the one side and then clip on your other corners. Fit-wise, we have quite a good fit on here. Tiny bit of give over the buttons and your port openings, but I think overall, nice tight fit on here. Really quite a nice case. As far as the amount of lip is concerned, you have a small amount of protective lip around here, but you would have considerably more if we didn't have this tempered glass screen protector on here, edge to edge by CASETiFY, which we've had on with all of these cases we've looked at today. Really nice fit here with that screen protector, by the way. Everything looks great. So looking down here at our port openings, we've got symmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design. So this one's a little larger than it really needs to be. But other than that, I think everything is fine. So going up the side, you've got a pleasant amount of grip here with the TPU on the sides. I think that this is a nice medium grip case. Our buttons here have the same slit button design as with the CASETiFY case, so that's not really optimal in terms of keeping out dust or dirt. They're also a little bit stiffer than the buttons on the CASETiFY case. They're not bad, just a little stiffer. As far as access to your mute switch, this is a smaller area for access for your mute switch, a little bit bigger than Apple's, definitely smaller than CASETiFY. So keep that in mind if you've got large fingers. Looking here at the view from the top, you can see we've got a nice amount of protective lip here remaining, even with this tempered glass screen protector by CASETiFY. Overall, I think we got a really good fit here. And then going over here to our side button, this one is a little bit easier to press than the volume buttons, but again, we still do have that same slit button design. Looking at the back of the case, this Aramid Fiber looks absolutely lovely here. Has a very nice feel underneath the fingertips, and again, it's going to be very protective. So we've got PITAKA's logo down here at the bottom, but other than that, there's not any branding. This material is going to be quite good against scratching. Fingerprints are going to show up, like greasy fingerprints will show up on this Aramid Fiber material, but they're pretty easy to wipe off. And overall, in my experience last year with PITAKA's Aramid Fiber cases, I found that their Aramid Fiber was actually a little bit more resistant to fingerprints than Aramid Fiber on other cases, such as, for example, Mouse's Limitless 4.0 cases. Those tended to show more fingerprints and smears than the Aramid Fiber on these PITAKA cases. I don't know why, but I think that overall these tend to wear really well and not be as smeary as some Aramid Fiber cases might be. Overall, really quite nice, very slim profile. Got a good amount of protection here for your rear camera, and just a lovely case in the hand. As far as wireless charging is concerned, this is going to work great with regular Qi wireless chargers, and because it's a MagSafe case, it's going to work great with Apple's MagSafe charger as well. Absolutely no problems there. You have nice strong magnets in here, basically the same strength as the ones on CASETiFY's cases and Apple's cases. So no issues there. You're going to be able to use this with Apple's MagSafe wallet or other wallets. You're going to be able to use it with mounts. You're also going to be able to use it with MagSafe power banks, such as this really cool one here from PITAKA. This one is made of matching Aramid fiber. So really cool looking combo if you want to go that direction, although you can't buy this particular MagSafe power bank by itself. It comes as part of a whole charging system, so it's a little on the pricey side, but super convenient and really gives you a great look with this PITAKA Aramid fiber case. So the only thing that I'm a little bit disappointed about with this PITAKA MagEZ Case Pro 3 is that it no longer has the same freakishly strong magnets that last year's PITAKA cases had. So last year, for whatever reason, PITAKA's cases had super strong magnets. And if you're really into magnets, which I am, I just really enjoyed using the cases. They were super fun because, wow, I mean, when something attached onto a PITAKA case, it was just on there. There was no question about it. This year, I think they've gone for a slimmer look, and that's great too, but they reduced the strength of the magnets, so you now have magnets which are just the same as all the other cases out there. They're still really good magnets. They're just no longer freakishly strong. But overall, this is a really nice case. It's going to give you 5 feet of drop protection, and it's quite slim and lightweight. I think it's going to be more protective than Apple's leather case, although, of course, Apple actually doesn't publish any drop height, so it's always a little bit unclear as to exactly how protective their cases are. But if I had to guess, I would say that this one is maybe, I don't know, 3 feet, 4 feet. I would say that it's definitely not going to be as protective as this PITAKA case. And then if you really want to bump up protection, you might want to go for something like CASETiFY's Impact Case, because CASETiFY's Impact Case is just going to be a significantly more protective case. CASETiFY again has increased the drop protection this year for its Impact cases from 6.6 feet to 8.2. They're available in a MagSafe option, and they're overall really quite a nice case, although significantly thicker than the other options we've been looking at today. Overall, I think all 3 of these cases are great. It just depends upon what features you're looking for your new iPhone 14 Pro Max. Again, we've been looking at some protective MagSafe cases for iPhone 14 Pro Max. First, we looked at the Apple Leather case. This one's available directly from Apple as well as many other retailers. Retails for $59 and it comes in a total of 5 colors. This particular one is called Ink. Then we also looked at CASETiFY's cases. These are available in a stunning array of prints as well as custom text. This particular MagSafe Impact version is going to run you $82, but if you prefer to not have it be a MagSafe case, you can save $10. You can get that for $72 without the MagSafe ring. And then finally, we looked at PITAKA's MagEZ Case Pro 3. This one is available directly from PITAKA for $59.99. So many thanks to the kind folks at PITAKA and CASETiFY for sending me out these samples to review. I bought the Apple Leather case myself. Unfortunately, I don't have a discount code to give you for either PITAKA or Apple, but you can save 15% on your CASETiFY purchase if you use my affiliate URL, which is www.casetify.com/thetechreviewer. If you have any questions about any of these cases or anything else, please feel free to put them in the comments section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And do consider subscribing because I've got a lot more tech accessory reviews coming up. Again, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.